So finally, the American Medical Association has stepped in regards to child mutilation. They've called on the DOJ to go after Libs of TikTok. I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this is what's next. Good Wednesday, everyone. Jazz Borganzo here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose for common sense and facts. I hope you guys are doing good. We're finally getting over this hump of the rainy weather that we've had for the last 4 or 5 days now. They're calling for sun for Thursday. It's going to poke out, so get ready for nice fall weather. But sadly, we have to visit the land of Groomerville. We've had major exposures of hospitals across the country, from Portland to Boston to, of course, Matt Walsh's savage destruction on Vanderbilt in Tennessee, calling them out for the child mutilators that they are. So now, finally, the American Medical Association has stepped in. They finally said enough is enough. We're going to talk about this child mutilation and we're going to get the facts straight. No, they've called the DOJ and Merrick Garland to go after those like Libs of TikTok because of, quote, misinformation. Wow. Here we go. This comes out of the Blaze. American Medical Association and 2 other groups call on Justice Department to investigate transgender disinformation leading to threats. Yes, dudes who think they're girls, well, or girls who think they're dudes, it's called equal opportunity. 3 major medical groups have called on the Justice Department to investigate coordinated campaigns of disinformation about transgender operations that leading to threats and intimidation. The letter signed by American Medical Association was sent Monday to the U.S. General Attorney Merrick Garland at the DOJ. The coordinated attacks threaten federally protected rights of health care for patients and their families. The attacks are rooted in an international campaign of disinformation, where a few high-profile users on social media share false, misleading information, targeting individual physicians, hospitals, resulting in rapid escalation of threats, harassment, disruption of care across multiple jurisdictions. Ooh, fancy. The letter also calls for media companies to stop the campaigns from spreading on their platforms. Organizations have called on technology companies to do more to prevent the practice of on digital platforms. Yes, it's called censorship. We want censorship. Don't you understand? And we now urge your office to take swift action, investigate, and prosecute all organizations, individuals, entities responsible. Yes, every single conservative and libertarian with an open mind and common sense, they need to be canceled. The letter was also signed by the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Children's Hospital Association, 3 major groups calling on the DOJ to go after Libs of TikTok. Wow. The 3 groups were likely referring to the outrage resulting in posts from the popular Libs of TikTok, of course, account that exposes what many consider to be outrageous trans operations. Yes, child mutilations. In one instance, Libs of TikTok posted information on a web page from Boston Children's Hospital. Yes, notorious, documenting transgender care as it was providing for underage people. The hospital was hit with torrents of online criticism and some threats of violence as well. But yet, we don't know who because they can't provide that information. In September, the Justice Department announced that the arrest of a woman allegedly called a hoax bomb threat into a hospital and disrupted operations. It also said it would prioritize threats to a hospital related to trans operations and healthcare. The Libs of TikTok account has already been targeted for censorship despite only publishing information and media posted to the internet by Libs, hence the name, and hospitals. The 3 groups represent more than 200 children's hospitals and over 270,000 physicians in the country. But let's hear a little bit from Glenn Beck.
You got issues. Anyway, so a new directive from the Gender Pathways Service at the Children's Hospital in London, Ontario, instructs doctors that due to high demand, puberty blockers may be prescribed to children prior to seeing a doctor.
That's how we do science now, due to public demand?
Yeah, that's right.
public
Yeah, that's right.
demand.
Fuck the
And you
science.
would think
Fuck the science.
that science has been settled for a very long time, that the Children's Hospital in Ontario says, you don't even see a doctor for that. Look, that person over there, they can validate your parking and give you a prescription for gender blockers.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
one thing
Exactly.
when it
That's where we are
permeates the
now in
culture.
2022.
There's a problem there.
Glenn and Stu were mocking, but they were hitting truth bombs. They were dropping truth bombs. In regards to the article itself, for the American Medical Association and the American Pediatric Association and the Children's Hospital, the network of children's hospitals, for these three major groups, to coordinate, to basically complain and cry and whine and go, wee, that Libs of TikTok is picking on me, that they are showing facts, that they are basically taking the mirror and turning it around and saying this is who they are because it's who they are. No, we need to call on the DOJ to shut them down. How many times has Libs of TikTok been already suspended by Twitter? What are we talking, like a dozen times now? And every time they come back. Now they have threatened lawsuits against social media in regards to being canceled. And rightly so. It's gotten to that point where it shouldn't have been. If you, Libs, didn't go on every 5 seconds, with your purple hair representatives, grooming these little kids, if you, children's hospitals, didn't shoot your mouths off and doing wonderful, wonderful ads on how children under the age of 18 are getting their balls lopped off after taking hormones and getting chest binders or getting their breasts cut off, you kind of won't be in this situation, would you? Hospitals are supposed to care for people. They're supposed to take care of people. They're supposed to take care of people and help them heal. But to do this intentionally, and now when you hear that hospitals, like the one in Toronto, who are basically saying, no, you can take puberty blockers without a doctor's prescription, And of course, Glenn mocked, get your parking ticket validated. And while we're at it, here's some hormones. Science has been trashed. Medicine is on the verge of getting trashed. And yet no one blinks an eye. No one raises a finger to basically saying, what the are you doing? What the are you doing? But sadly, this is an ongoing story and more to come. I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.